Hey everyone, it's Rain. Welcome to today's video. Before I get started, if you haven't checked out our Discord server, jump on that. Everyone you've seen me play with over the past few months, even years, are on it. There's a ton of channels, both voice and text, and they're all set up to help you find games to play, people to play with, and talk to along the way. We truly have an amazing community built here, and I'm excited for you to be a part of it. Link is in the description, so check that out. Welcome back to September's free-to-play coverage. This week we're wrapping up the month-long free-to-play series. This has been a really fun diversion from what I normally do. If you enjoyed this content as much as I have, please let me know in the comments. Card games have always been something I've enjoyed. I've been playing customizable card games since I was a kid. Different ones have come and gone. I've had personal resurgence in them while in the military, and a friend introduced me to Magic the Gathering. I was hooked right away. Deck building has always been something very dear to me. Taking a collection of cards and turning them into something that represents my personality has always been an appeal to me. For our last outing in this month's content, we're looking at two very different online card games. Hearthstone, the behemoth made by Blizzard Entertainment, and the spin-off from The Witcher 3 Gwent by CD Projekt Red. Hearthstone is available on the Blizzard app and Gwent available through GOG. Let's take a closer look at each one. Hearthstone was a project by a smaller group at Blizzard named Team 5. They had just finished work on a different project and were told to make whatever they want as long as it was fun. They took the collectible, customizable card game and turned that project into the largest property Blizzard currently has. Hearthstone was originally based in the Warcraft universe, still largely is. The game is truly something special. Whenever I have a free moment, I'll jump in and play a game or two. It's truly one of a kind. It's consistently at the top of Twitch view charts and has several modes to play with. First, you'll learn about the game in the tutorial. It's brief, but gives you a good idea of how the game works. Like any other Blizzard game, you spend the next 500 hours becoming a master at card interactions, deck types, and tech choices to make your chosen decks perform as well as they can. Gameplay is fantastic. Every single card has a voice line, maps are interactive, and effects from legendaries are just really cool to watch. The balance team is hard at work, always watching to see if a class gets out of hand. The only negatives to this game are that balance patches come slowly unless there's a serious issue. So if you're losing to something frustrating often, you may want to tech in some cards to deal with that because it may be a while before the team addresses it. The other is that there are 3 expansions of over 130 cards released every year. That's really nice, but it also means that you're going to have to save a lot of gold from quests and crafting materials from duplicates, or you won't be able to build your collection in any meaningful way. That being said, your collection is easily expandable by spending the gold you earn to create a pretty solid one to work with. Overall, this is a very polished, well put together game that offers hundreds of hours of enjoyment. It works cross-platform for PC, iOS, and Android. Yes, it'll run on your phone too. Give it a shot and start building your collection today. Gwent in The Witcher 3 is easily the best part of the game for me. I would take side quest after side quest to ensure that I had every card I could get. Every stop I made in a city, town, or tavern, I was itching to find someone to play Gwent with. Apparently I wasn't alone. After months of players begging CD Projekt Red to make Gwent its own full game, they announced they would make it. I was so excited, and I was fortunate enough to get an exclusive invitation to the closed beta, and the game was just phenomenal even then. Gwent has the distinction of being incredibly well balanced, to the point that even Hearthstone pros that have grown frustrated with the slow balance approach of Blizzard have left to play Gwent full time. This game is incredibly well done, and CD Projekt's commitment to making superb games shines through here. Gwent is essentially a very strategic tower defense card game where your deck is comprised of minions that fill those tower defense slots. Legendary cards have abilities that interact with other zones, and you can even include weather cards to help lock out zones. In addition to this, you also only have so many turns that you can take. If you believe you lose the first round, you can just pass the round to the other player, and they'll invest whatever they think they need to. They should also be looking at what you could be bringing in the next 2 rounds. Best of 3 wins, so you have to plan carefully. It's a very well thought out idea and executed very well. First things you'll do is learn how to play, followed by some practice. Gameplay is very well conceived and displayed. It's always clear what's happening on the board. Advancement happens much the way you'd expect. Play more games, finish quests, get more cards. The only drawback I can see for this game is the depth of strategy required to be successful long term pulls it away from being a casual game for most people. The other handicap is that Hearthstone is just so huge. It's difficult for anything to compete with it. In closing, Gwent is a true successor to the minigame found within The Witcher 3, and if the developer continues to treat it with the attention it's been getting, this should be fun for years to come. Try it out for yourself today. Well guys, with that, we've wrapped up September's free-to-play game highlights. I hope you enjoyed this series. I know I had a ton of fun trying out a bunch of new games, revisiting some old favorites, and finding some seriously amazing surprises along the way. If you missed any of the series, they're all on the playlist. I have to say the Gigantic Paladins and Skyforge were the very best of what I found over the past month, and I've been spending a lot of time with them. Even I found some new things to play and enjoy. October is a very special month for me as a content creator, and I'll have a trailer coming up very soon to talk more about what's on the horizon. Stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.